Hello and welcome everyone to Cybercast episode 255, the Transformer and Action Figure podcast show. Just want to let you guys know that this is what we cover here is adult collectibles, so not children's toys. So I just want to go ahead and put that out there at the beginning. All right, so let's go ahead and introduce each other. We're starting off with Mike. Let's go.
You can find me everywhere as Angry Mike.
You can find me on Twitter as Sportimus Prime, and so far on YouTube as Sportimus, and on Facebook for the same name.
And you can find me on Facebook, Megamus Mega Toy Fan.
And I'm Rick. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter.
And you can find me, G1Xtron, on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook pages, the G1Xtron. All right, so let's go ahead and get into your figure of the week. What'd you get in? What's your most prized possession?
I had a few. It took me a while to figure out. I actually
Can't
got
see your face, Mike. Can't see your face.
Nope, that's okay.
Just say you got a cat.
I got a cat. I ended up getting Siege Astro Train.
I'm sorry.
I actually like it, the train mode. I'm really disappointed because of the scale. I don't agree with what they're doing scale wise. Like they'll sit there and say it's a leader class because it has all this extra, the extra caboose or weapons or platform or whatever, when it's really just a Voyager. That's the only gripe I have about it. I mean, as far as it looks like the cartoon did. The only other problem is in shuttle mode, the rear end looks horrible looking, but besides that, it's a good figure. So it's
kind of like a Shockwave then, where it's really a Voyager. Yeah. Okay, I didn't realize that.
If you stand him right up next to Soundwave, literally same height, no problem. I mean, exact same height. So that's the only thing I don't like about them saying these are Voyagers. I mean, leaders, and they're really not. That's the only thing I got a big gripe on. Is that
it's a little confusing too whenever you try to sell them later on, and you're like, this is a leader class, and then people are like, no, that's a Voyager.
So it has more to do with price point than size, right? Now.
Well, yeah, I mean,
before it was more size oriented. So.
Yeah, the size used to be correct, but now it's like, they're still giving you that $50 price point when it's really a $30 toy, in my opinion. I mean, the only extra thing you're paying for is the extra weapons and this, what is considered like the troll, the
tender. Yeah.
Right. Or the platform or whatever. Mm-hmm. I mean, here's your toy. I mean, this is a train. I mean, I just don't agree with it. But but I'm a sucker regardless on it. But I wanted it. But doesn't mean I can't complain about the price. So
is that something that's just on that one, or all the leader classes kind of like that?
No, because Cameron said that Deluxe Spinister is almost the same height as Astro Train and Shockwave, and he says the Cliff Jumper will cost as much as Spinister. So here's my thing: is we've for years now we've used the size. It's been like a scale chart, Legends, Deluxe, Voyager, Leader, and we called it as a scale chart. Now, if it's going away from, hey, this is the scale, that this is actually price point, shouldn't we just do away with the scale and just be like, hey, these are the price points, $10, $20, $30, $50.
Might be less confusing.
Yeah.
The G1 stuff came in different sizes and prices. They didn't have classes. So.
Yeah.
Even before Siege, it was that way, where it was just, different sizes. But now it just got to the point of where, in my opinion, they're lying about it. I mean, you're going to say a leader, and you're full of it as a Christmas goose, and you're selling me a Voyager figure with some extra kibble.
Essentially.
Yeah.
All right.
But besides my little rant, it's a good figure. I like it. I just don't like the price point.
Yeah. Cool. Shockwave's good too.
He is. He really is.
Yeah.
All right.
My fella came in, and it's Daruga.
Oh, that's the one you've been
Ranting
pretty
over.
hyped about.
Oh yeah, and I did have a chance to inspect it, but I haven't had a chance to really mess with it. But there are a lot of small parts in this thing, so I don't want to mess with it here. But it's a nice set. It's got some issues, but this is probably the best representation of Vehicle Voltron we will ever get. So I'm happy with that. The tape was broken on the bottom of the box, but I don't care. But yeah, it's a really nice display piece. It's not a toy, that's for sure. This is more like a very elaborate, durable model kit, really. It's not so much of a action figure of the sorts that we're used to, you know? I love it.
I'm just saying.
You haven't opened it yet, though, and put it together?
I've opened it and I've looked at the individual pieces, but I haven't had time to actually assemble him.
Just because you said like I don't want to open it here, and then you were like, it's got some issues. I'm like, this sounds like one of those Sportimus movie reviews where you give a review of the movie, but you haven't seen it yet.
I don't want to open it on camera because it comes in 2 trays, and there's a plastic tray that's not sealed, and there's like a ton of really tiny pieces. I don't want them going all over the carpet, but if I had them assembled, I would definitely show that here. But I just don't want to lose any small parts for a $300 toy.
Yeah.
So,
quick question, Sport, on that. Is that the vehicle Voltron? Does it come with like 20 different vehicles?
it's 15 different vehicles.
Jesus. Okay.
5 air, 5 land, 5 sea. The vehicles do nothing for me. There's a few that I like, but the thing that sold me on this is I've always liked the robot form. I've always liked that look.
Uh-oh.
You robot it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did I robot or did he?
He's frozen right now.
He's just in deep thought right now.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll continue on then.
Yeah.
All right. So my figure of the week, and I am really, really late to the party. I actually went out and got one finally.
Is that Grand?
I got it in a trade. So
is that the Grand?
No, this is just the Fort Max from
okay.
What was that, year or so ago? Nope, he's gone now. But no, overall, and I know that people reviewed this and you guys know all that and everything. This is my first time with one of the bigger Titans Returns, and it's okay, but it just seems really kind of loosey, you know. And he seems to want to tilt over and everything. I just don't think it's as sturdy as I thought it was going to be.
You're used to that original one where those things were bricks. Once you set that down,
you just dropped it, boom, there it was. This guy, he kind of, he does the sway.
The original G1 Fort Max, if you had a small child and he was running, in your house and he came around a corner, he could run into that Fort Max and he would just fall down. Like the Fort Max wouldn't even move.
Yeah.
But honestly, if anyone has picked this figure up, this is what you want. This is what you bought it for.
Yeah.
This is cool. True. The Cerebros is so good.
Cool. Yeah.
So in and of itself, this was, why?
You got the Hasbro one?
Yeah. This was just the regular version. And when I got it, they had put repo stickers on it.
Yeah.
And which really, really made Cerebros pop a lot better. Yeah. But that was I finally got one of those. So
you're gonna get the Fans Toys next, right?
No, but I am gonna grab the if they decide they're talking about doing Scorponok. That's why I went ahead and got this one because supposedly it's going to be the same size and everything.
Really?
That's what I've been told.
Real quick, Alex and action figure expert Kurt Fury, what's up, guys? And Cameron, obviously, our head mechanic. All right,
Rick,
what you got, Rick?
Yeah, continuing my Star Wars streak. I know everybody's doing Transformers, but that's.
It's all good.
It's all good. Change it up.
I finally opened up Hondo Anaka from one of the Galaxy's Edge 3-packs.
I want that one.
Yeah, man, he looks really good. They gave him a blaster. He's got a trigger finger. All this, everything looks good. The goggles, the hat, the little coat, and all the details look good. Like Black Series, man, everything they do has been really good lately. So, yeah, and I'm in like just full on Star Wars mode. Like I'm playing the game. I just listened to an audio book this week on the way to work every day.
Jesus,
I'm like, dude, man, I'm like Star Wars crazy. It's been a Mandalorian. Yeah, I'm in the mode.
You mean the Baby Yoda show? Yeah.
Nah, he's cute and all, but man, I don't get all that.
It's a good series, though. I'm really happy to see it's doing so well.
I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome. I look forward to it every Friday.
Kurt got a Mega Supreme and Spinister. I've yet to get me in a Mega Supreme. I still don't have a Metroplex. I don't think any of my big bots have their stickers on them. I'm just so lazy to put them on.
Real quick, just because he said that, but evidently Amazon has a Mega Supreme. I think it's 115 or so.
I think it's like 130.
No, it's on sale today.
Yeah, 111.
And I snapped it up. Someone sent me a message saying, "Hey, you've been looking for one?" I was like, "Heck yeah!" I jumped on it. So that's my Christmas present to myself.
All right, for mine, I'm gonna go with the NECA, Rocksteady, and Bebop. Nice little additions to that shelf. So, and it was nice to actually find them in the wild on my own without having someone having to pick it up for me. Like my store only got 2 of them, and I was the first one there, and I got mine. And left the other one. Mike said that he found them, and he had 5 at his store.
Yep.
So, and it seems every time I look online, people are, I found everything except for Rocksteady and Bebop. So, those seem to be the 2, or the set that's kind of eluding everybody.
I wasn't going to pick it up at first. I mean, until I really looked at it, I was like, man, these do look really good. And I said, if I don't get them now, I said, if I decide to get them later, we're going to paint up the ear for them. So just went ahead and got them.
Yeah. I saw some people that, like, before they had even shipped all the stores yet, some guy was just like, I had to go on eBay and pay whatever it was, $125 for these things. And like, and then like NECA, like they quoted them, and they were like, "You're part of the problem."
Yeah, be patient. I know.
It was like they're not even fully out yet, but you're supporting these scalpers and encourage them to, hey, do it because they're making money off of it. They just made $75 off of you, so they're just going to keep on doing it. But if you wait it out, I mean, that's one of the few things that I really liked that I saw, NECA from them.
There were 3 of them in my store one day.
Well, that last wave of them, they never showed up in none of my stores I saw.
Yeah, I never got the first wave.
You get your Obi-Wan, Josh? Are you good?
I got the box.
Okay.
I got to look in my mailbox for Mike's thing that he sent me. So
I got the Ghost Yoda yesterday.
Yeah,
the
packaging was pretty good for being the only one.
I haven't opened it. I might keep them like that. But now I think there was a sighting yesterday of the next wave, but I was good for a solid day. I was caught up.
Nice.
I'm still not caught up.
Yeah, me neither.
Getting caught up on Black Series right now is really hard.
There's some more that are being announced that we're going to take a look at today that were announced today. I mean, there's been a ton that have been announced, and then more exclusives just coming out of the woodworks. It's pretty, like, if you only collected Star Wars, man, it's a pretty good time to be a fan. But man, if you collect a bunch of lines like we do, man, hey, y'all need to like pump the brakes on this stuff, especially with this exclusive stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's hard to, man. I was telling Mike, dude, I had to cash out 80 hours of vacation time just so I could try to buy some of this stuff, So
that's crazy.
All right, let's go ahead and get into the screen share here.
Yay!
Yeah, I think I'm doing it right.
Screen scare.
So far, so good.
Okay, we're looking at Wheeljack.
Yep.
All right. So just some additional images of them. these are from Takara, but I don't think there's really any difference between Takara and Hasbro anymore, right?
There wasn't there for a while, but there for a little bit, Takara was knocking it out of the park with the better paint apps during Combiner Wars.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, in Titans Returns, I went all Takara with that because they were actually more accurate and a lot better paint apps.
well, that and they also gave you the Target Masters with those.
Yep, I got
me too.
I got the Target Masters with the ones that are supposed to have those.
Exactly. That's the reason with
they need to finish up. Where's the Autobot Target Masters? Well, like why is there no love for them?
The only one they've done is Crosshairs, and they don't even have his Target Master out yet. Makes no sense.
Probably saving it for the next series.
Probably Earthrise is where it'll be at. Now that that piece there, that doesn't come with Wheeljack. That's part of that other thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it didn't come with them.
Yeah, false advertisement.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
Now that Prime piece that comes off the back of this trailer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And those hands are wrong. So this is an older picture. It's supposed to be blue.
They're painted blue, yeah.
Or maybe it's Takara's version, huh?
It's stupid if it is. Oh, there's extra hands in there. Okay, cool.
That grapple looks pretty nice, pretty solid.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we actually get a select series hauler out of him.
Oh yeah,
that would be really nice if we had a hauler.
That'd be cool.
I was never like a huge fan of Inferno and Grapple, but I mean that's pretty nice looking. I mean, nothing's going to be masterpiece, whenever you're talking like these lower levels, but like that's about as close as it can get to, would that be in the price range, without going like crazy into money.
Even if you go back to which series was that they did grapple, the solar grapple and all that?
Reveal the Shield.
Reveal the Shield. Those are still decent toys there, even, but I mean, of course, it's been a few years. They've gotten it more to the exact point of what it's supposed to be. I mean, that looks like them.
Mike, don't call them toys. Call them adult collectibles.
Oh, adult collectibles.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's going on here?
Wheeljack is now touring with Kiss. That's what I think.
He's got his boots on.
True that. Yeah, I can see it.
Still a better looking Devastator than the one Michael Bay put out. So.
Oh yeah,
but much better. Yeah. No wrecking balls dangling either. Yeah.
I'm passing on this guy though.
I am too.
What? That looks amazing.
I got to get him to connect. I got to connect him to Omega Supreme, or I mean, you could connect him to a bunch of them, but Omega Supreme is probably.
I just wonder how many different ones they're going to be coming out with.
He converts to a wheelchair ramp. Come on now.
I just don't agree with the only ones I bought that were, the like this were the ones that were actual characters that we knew. This here, I don't recall any of this person at all saying this is. I think it's a.
Well, I mean, whenever they came out with the little bases that you could buy for the MicroMasters, they were called like something, but they were never a Transformer, so it wasn't a character. Yeah. So that's why I guess I don't care about it, because I'm not gonna. I don't have a kid, so I'm not gonna plop down on the floor and like connect all these things with Omega Supreme and all the bases and and sit there and like play with them.
Oh, you need to. It's so
fun. Floor time.
Josh, if you live closer, I'd have you over and we would play.
See, I would.
What?
Erica, what's the time of those Hot Pockets?
She's making nachos tomorrow for the game.
Who are y'all playing tomorrow?
Cardinals.
Dude, he's back into it now. That
no, I'm not really like. There's still
Mike Tomlin is he's got to be up there for like Coach of the Year. for taking third stringers all over the field to a winning record. Meanwhile, my Cowboys, God, man, they are horrible. They are horrible.
I'm like, what is happening here?
We're one injury away from having to forfeit. I'm just
Wow.
but I will say this. Hey, the last time they went to the Super Bowl, they had the exact records that they do right now. They were in the exact same place in the exact same week.
Oh, good Lord.
So that's all I'm going to say. Maybe somebody will pull a horseshoe.
They had the Big 12 championship game, Oklahoma versus Baylor, in the Cowboys Stadium today. And Lincoln Riley is the head coach of Oklahoma. And God, I can't think of the but he's another like good coach for Baylor. And then someone was just like, y'all better get Lincoln Riley on the bus quickly because Jerry Jones gonna lock the doors and we're gonna keep him. I'm not gonna let him out.
Jeez.
Hey, now I saw this. Is this a studio series on this?
Oh yeah, studio series stuff here.
Studio series.
This here, the Bumblebee, I probably will pick up.
Yeah, Hound called. He wants his body back.
Even though it has the kibble underneath it, I like it because they actually made it. Besides those crappy rims,
The pegs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool.
Those are terrible.
Still, I'd pick it up.
You can always paint him.
You want to paint his hood purple? Give him a different head.
Call him
Swindle. Yeah, Cameron says Cowboys are below 500, but still in position for a home playoff game. That's just because like our division is terrible. The Redskins still have a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
They've got like 3 wins or something like that.
Those are their divisions.
So, someone tweeted me a picture. They're like the Cowboys and Eagles racing to the end of this, racing to the each other to the playoffs, and it was like these 2 garbage cans, one's blue, one's green, and a flood going down the street.
That was funny.
I understand.
I mean, someone even told me at work, they were like, the Cowboys, man, they're really bad. And what you want me to do? Argue with you? Why are you telling me this?
Preaching to the choir. Yeah.
It's like I got nothing.
This doesn't look too bad.
No, I bet you Dakota.
I think it looks better than the other ones that came out years ago.
Yeah, but it's still a movie toy.
Yeah.
Dakota will get it. Gets a record.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm down for that.
I like this one. I thought this one looked good in the movie. I really like this design.
Yeah.
It still has the car and the wings in the background. Just the robot alone on that. Pretty cool.
You just have to forget what the records really are and just focus on this version being something completely different. Then it's okay.
I like that jet too. That looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's not a nightmare like what was that one that came out in the last series that everyone was looking forward to, but ended up being a complete nightmare of a toy?
Which one?
Was it Dropkick? Is that which one it was? It was a studio series from Bumblebee movie. It was the other triple changer.
You're talking about the great helicopter or the cars?
Wasn't it called Dropship?
I don't remember. It was the blue.
Was it a car? Was it a car or a helicopter, Mike?
It was a helicopter.
I love that figure. That's got a really cool transformation.
I think that's what the problem was.
Oh, it's awesome.
That's one of Rick's.
It was
thrills,
advanced.
Man.
It was. It was very advanced for sure.
Jeez,
buddy. Watch your mouth.
All right, here's some more studio series for your Devastator. You guys are all built. Hey, at least you painted the rims. Like, I don't know why you did go with the rims, and then here you just
the peg
flaked out.
Like, yeah, like what happened here? You had a good thing going, and then you get to here, and you're like, let's.
They were like, I'm spent.
They just gave up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cameron said shatter or drop kick.
Shoot, I don't remember.
Drop kick. That's it.
It was a helicopter.
Yeah, the helicopter. That was Dropkick. I think.
I like how they put the third, like the spare wheel up there. That's a nice little detail that you usually don't see.
And they painted it.
Exactly.
Dalton said Nitro Zeus. That's incorrect, Dalton. That's why you're not the head mechanic. That's what Cameron is.
I seen the packaging for this one. Man,
I'm glad I'm not getting these. There's so much money saved.
well, I mean, I only bought one because I thought he looked really cool, but the rest of these, I mean, are kind of trashy.
That
I want to watch. I will watch a video though. Whoever does get these and they do a review on how to form Devastator, bag of knives, trash, garbage. I will watch that just to see.
I'm sure it's a mess. It's a total mess.
I'm sure someone will have it out where see how cool it really is.
Yeah.
It's got lights on it.
Oh God.
Hey guys.
Optimus here.
Don't.
Easy.
His arms are way long. It just looks weird.
You think there'd be a way to fold them up or whatever, but I'm sure that's what they were going for.
The sad part is that it doesn't. It's an improvement from what we got originally. I mean,
the original one didn't transform, right? It didn't have individual.
Not into a robot.
Yeah, no, there was an individual one.
Was there one for that one?
Okay. Yeah, it was Voyager, but I mean, it was crappy.
But the original combiners didn't have one.
No. That's the combiner, but individual. Yeah, there was one.
These guys, the guys that are working on these though, they have to have like that "don't shoot the messenger" state of mind because Michael Bay made them.
I mean, look what they have to work with, right?
This is one of the ugliest Transformers I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, it was, yeah.
I actually like this one better than the other one.
Oh, I don't. Man.
That other one's just does not look good at all with the big long arms and everything. This one at least is it's kind of different,
I just can't imagine like if I was watching like the G1 cartoon and they just when they're in their robot form they all kind of look like regular robots, or like what a human, what we would think robots would look like, and then you have one that just kind of showed up where he rolls on a wheel and has a wheel on his head and these long arms, like no legs.
He had an accident.
No, the first time we saw something like that was DuckTales. DuckTales.
Oh yeah, Launchpad McQuack.
The RoboCop version. Duck or whatever.
Yeah.
That was the first time.
RoboDuck.
I don't remember. There was a name for it, but I don't remember. But yeah,
Gyro.
He had a single wheel that he rode on.
Yeah, I remember that. Kurt says straight hot garbage. Oh, we've already looked at these pictures. Yeah.
Once again, look what you have to start off with. So
Gizmo Duck.
Gizmo Duck. There you go.
Duck, yeah.
Ooh, beat Cameron too. All right, Hasbro and is this brand really called YOLO Park? Their Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime prototype. So you got a cross brand here.
It's different. Cleans up nice.
But no transform. It's not hard to clean up nice if you don't transform, so you don't have to worry about that.
True that. I didn't know it didn't transform. So.
That's how they get you, man.
Glorified statue. There you go.
All right, this is for Rick. Got some Takara Diaclone stuff. Drills. Cannons. Little missiles all over the place.
Man, if it doesn't come with a lifesaver, Rick ain't about it right now.
Or a motorcycle.
Look, he's got like a little miniature like garbage. What is it? A garbage truck? It looks like something. Like
Is that waste management?
There you
Yeah.
go.
Even robots need waste management.
You're right. In the back.
He was
True
wrecked
that.
car. Yeah.
Got drills for days.
But look, you can change him up so many different ways.
Make him into. It looks like Big Daddy from what's the game, Josh?
Oh, BioShock?
It's BioShock.
Yeah.
Just needs a little sister down there.
Maybe the little dude in there, that's the little sister.
Yeah, right.
Dude, I'm waiting for another BioShock game. Apparently, there's rumors like they have people working on one.
That's cool.
I bought the remastered, like all three together. I bought that. Love it. Hey, Randy, what's up, man? We're doing pretty good.
Oh, that looks cool.
Oh, the little crane out and the little garbage truck out in the front.
And just drop him into battle.
There we go.
What is it? So he's like Bumblebee, where he's got his battle mode or something.
Yeah.
Looks like Scared Turtle.
No, Dalton, the BioShock rumor, like the MP Galvatron rumor, no. Like they've said that they have certain people in their studio that have been working on it for, I don't know, a year or two or something like that. It's not a huge team though.
Oh,
Whoever they've been putting out different stuff.
put this garbage away.
Takara's MP49 Black Convoy.
Ooh, gosh.
No trailer.
Who didn't get
$250.
Here's the thing: is so $250 for just him, and how much was the original one with the trailer?
450, 425.
So the trailer's $200.
I'm sorry, man. Don't even get me started on this piece of garbage.
I'm just trying to figure out how the pricing works. If like this
Yeah.
guy's $250 and the other one is $450 or something like that, then that's a $200 difference. And if he's just missing like the trailer and roller, then
All the accessories too.
Yeah.
There's a
Oh, yeah,
huge
with the
tray of
Starscream,
accessories.
it's
Yeah.
still that's not $200 worth to me.
and I really think,
It's a bunch of stuff though.
and I'm thinking black. Man, you talk about the paint chips on that thing are going to show. Because I've seen videos and pictures of people whose the MP44 chipped a lot in transformation. I just
I mean, I had
They might-
MP10B, and I never had any chip issues.
I'm happy with
Some of
that
that
one.
stuff. Some of that stuff is isolated, man. Or like sausage fingers. Like I've transported mine probably 4 or 5 times. It's fine. Like there hasn't been any chips, or it still looks perfect.
I just the transformation on it's stupid. It's all over the place. Has a
It's
huge
not hard.
backpack.
After you do it one time, it gets a lot easier. It's the first time. It's pretty hard.
Magic Square. Done.
It's not as good, but I do like Magic Square. I still like the figure, but it's not as good. It's just not too accurate. Not like
No.
that.
No issues whatsoever.
I still want to get the regular Prime to go with that Megatron I have, but
Yeah,
and the Galvatron that's coming out soon. So
that's kind of its main job, you know.
Mm-hmm. It's cool looking. I mean,
Cameron says the Black Convoy has the backpack, but no voice feature.
right. There's no electronics in it.
Well, I guess that was worth $200 too, huh?
They gutted that. Yeah.
There's some people that just buy them all. I don't really.
Why?
I don't know either. Like I don't buy usually. The only repaints I would buy, like I like the Shattered Glass Prime. Like I usually buy that, but I don't need all. They do this every time, and some people buy them all, but I'm just not that.
Too much
I
money.
remember when I was going down that route, and I was, I had like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 of them or something. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting them all. And then they all of a sudden they were like, yeah, we paired up with Nike, and we're coming out with like 6. And then 7-Eleven's gonna have a couple of them, and like all these other, I was like, okay, man,
Ghostbusters.
I'm like, dude, I'm out. I'm out.
Pick and choose them. I hate to say
Yeah.
I have not messed with an MP44. I have no urge to mess with an MP44. I think MP10 was perfect, in my opinion, for what it was.
It's
And
good enough. Yeah.
He's a good toy. I mean, MP10 is still an awesome toy. I don't think it's for you, Mike, unless you've done like some third-party transformations, or at least, do you have the Megatron? Do you have MP Megatron, the newest one?
No.
Okay, yeah. If you've done that, then you can do Prime, but it's you got to put your patience hat on.
I could not even do the first MP Megatron they did.
Who could? That one.
I didn't do
that one. Was the most complicated they've ever done.
Yeah. So yeah, I've never touched the MP Megatron since then. No, give me an MP Galvatron, I'll be happy too.
God size, he says, yeah, I'll stick with my MP10. He still likes it best, so.
Me too.
That's all I have.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I got 3 or 4 of those.
Mm-hmm. I'm good with that. I don't need another.
All right, so
a
little tease, I guess we can say, not a rumor. So, because I mean, they had this set up with the Masterpiece booth and stuff, and they're not going to have that silhouette of Raiden and then have, all these guys right here as well to kind of show off. So, get a Masterpiece combiner from Takara.
And it's not Devastator.
True.
Well, I mean, this definitely would sell better to Japan.
In Japan, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean this is definitely test marketing for Japan.
Yeah, I'm sure they're on track with this. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Someone kick him in the caboose.
Yeah, if they do a gift set of it, you think that's what it'll be?
Oh,
I think it'll be huge.
$1,000.
Think about the size of that box.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Now, so what price point would these things be at? Could you think that trains, you'd probably, I don't know, trains are, larger, but I guess so they'd be out of scale anyway, but what would you make them, kind of like the Blue Streak and Sunstreaker heights?
Well, what are the price points on the Autobot cars?
130?
They're like $80, right?
Okay, what are the price points on the Seekers?
100 and something.
Like 200.
I would say the Seekers.
200?
I'd say they price point more towards the Seekers. And
I'd say 150.
$1,200?
Yeah.
Yeah, easily.
Hey, you could get that one right there. I'd see 131 for that price. Which I still need. Hint, hint. Hashtag Christmas gift.
There's Mike's Prime. Yeah, so I mean, it's going to be interesting to see this and see what how this goes, because then it has a possibility of if it does really well, then opening the doors for other combiners. Which I would think if this one is successful, it would be Lyle Kaiser.
I can't even imagine.
It would be Japanese. So Lyle Kaiser, the Piranacon, and God, why can't I think of his name? The dinosaurs.
Dino King.
Dino King would be a good one, because the only Dino King we have is, the one that is like very small. He's like combiner. He's like a deluxe figure.
Yeah.
And he was big in the show, so. Dalton says, I have a feeling there won't be individual bot modes on Raiden. What?
No.
What? No, it's a masterpiece. You can't cut corners like that.
I can't see him doing it on a masterpiece sale.
Yeah.
I mean, stranger things have happened, but I seriously doubt it.
Especially when Zeta's doing one.
I'd be okay if the trains were scaled down, though. Like if you put it next to a side swipe, is all I'm saying. If it was obviously scaled down, I would be okay with it. Like if they found a way to put each bot at $80 bot, I would be okay with that and scaled down.
But see,
I'd rather do that than have a $1,200 one.
I don't know. I think I'm just the opposite. I think I'd rather pay the little extra and have them at least the size of a Seeker.
Because people were fussing about Unicron. I mean, people were fussing about half of that price. Now, what is someone like Mike? Hey, Mike, are you going to buy a $1,200 train set?
Nope.
Exactly.
And you say it like a train set. I can see Mike with like this like really small conductor hat on and like his little wooden train whistle.
Choo choo.
It's 1,200's a lot.
No, it depends. Because like for someone like me that I don't collect all the other stuff,
Yeah,
I'm not spending a lot of money on the other stuff. So I make
I mean,
one or two
I would
purchases
get
a
it
year.
because
So there you go.
I have
Just
a disease.
different.
I would get it for sure. Like I'm buying a 1/6 Ecto 1. You know, I got problems. I would buy it, but I'm thinking about like how many do they have to sell in order to make it? That's all I'm thinking about.
And you
Right,
know what else?
right.
If they did Lyle Kaiser, so you've got the 6 members there. I would think it'd be in Japan. They would want to come out with Death Cobra as well.
Yeah,
It
that'd be
maybe
cool.
sell him as kind of, if they did box sets, you do the 6 as a box set, but then individually maybe a Death Cobra. You know, which when that came to the state, like no one would know who Death Cobra is except for, you know, like us people that really watch it, like Cameron would know and stuff like that, you know. But you know, you're just kind of, you know, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Hound, the one, you know, these are the characters that I see all at the Starscream and then recycle next year. Like you say Death Cobra, they're not going to know what you're talking about. So
the idea of seeing a silhouette of Raiden, though, that's the kind of stuff that I was saying that in our chat this week. That stuff makes me excited. Like when they did that Legends Die Atlas last year, that little box set. Like it wasn't a great big thing, but it was something that got me excited about it because that's not the stuff that we get.
Ooh, Cameron says I never actually watched Victory. I don't know who Death Cobra is.
Cameron.
He says I do know.
So
he does know.
I do know who Death Cobra. Oh, he does know. Okay, I was like, ooh, for the first time, I'm gonna get to educate Cameron. But
No, he prefaced that. He did say that.
I love Victory. It's so good.
what do you think about this little guy from Toy World? Got little seats in there, man. You can put like little figures.
Interesting, but an easy pass for me.
Is that back end supposed to fold over to cover part of it up, or is it supposed to look like that?
You know, not 100% positive.
It looks like that's just supposed to be the folded up roof.
I think you're talking about this part, right?
No. The back
part.
Oh yeah, that's just the back part of the convertible.
It's supposed to be the convertible top.
Yeah, it just hung back like that.
However, that thing down at the bottom is very distracting. You'd think they would be able to flip that around, the thing on the tailgate. But look, it even has the steering wheel and all the gauges and all that. And he has high heels. He's out for dancing.
This is not bad though. The little configuration like this.
Mm-hmm. They were like, let's do something different. Let's do Bumblebee.
In high heels.
The car is different.
Yeah.
Oh, which one is this? Fans Hobby. They're Minerva.
Like that sassy little stance.
So you know that it's a female.
At least she's not crotch thrust.
Pelvic thrust.
Yeah, or pelvic crotch, whatever.
You got the pelvic thrust for the guys, and you have the little side slant for the females here. This one's not bad looking. And the vehicle mode looks really good.
When's it supposed to be out? Anybody have an idea? Have they said?
I
haven't seen it.
Cameron says it's going to be only $60 as well.
Yeah, but what scale is it?
I thought we already saw it was like a smaller masterpiece scale.
Okay.
Is it a masterpiece scale?
I mean, we've seen prototypes of it before at the TF cons and somewhere else.
Okay. Looks
If it
good.
was only $60, I'd probably buy it for $60. I mean, just as a mess around with it a little bit.
Yeah, Cameron confirms this MP scale.
Nah, easy
Cool.
pickup then. It's especially at $60.
Sure.
That's
Does
no brainer.
okay, this is what I wanted to know. Does the head come part there?
There it
And
is.
look, it's got the little top, like the little hat, just like the G1.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the helmet. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Art says he thinks March is the date there.
That'd be a good birthday present. Somebody would get that for me.
March is my birthday too.
Let's get two of them. And it's Fan-Tabi.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make good stuff.
Their stuff's good. Yeah, I might actually get that.
So more of an updated vehicle mode than the original.
yeah.
I like it. I
Look
like
at
it.
the little
Yeah.
pose right here. They pose like I do. Anything that I think looks funny or cute, that's the way I pose it.
The only thing I would hope is if they're going to do those, that they do all three of them.
There's your
that power
scaling.
laser.
Maybe 5 of them.
Yeah, that dude's big though, isn't he? He's like really big.
I think I would get her and just put her with my other stuff that I have. I don't think I would put her with other third-party stuff.
I know. I'd probably put her with. I've got like the third-party Chrome Dome and Hard Hat.
Yeah, like
I'd
might
put her.
fit with
I
some
think
of
she'd
them.
fit in good with that.
Here's Transcraft for Mike or no Dalton because he loves
Yeah.
whatever that last movie Transformers movie was called.
Last night we've talked about this toy. Have they put it in production?
Well, there's
yet?
some paint on it now,
It's still trash.
but it looks like it looks in the movie that you saw him for like all 20 seconds.
Yeah, what was that movie like 3 years ago? I mean, come on, people, get on the ball here.
It still feels like fresh hot garbage to me.
There you go.
It's garbage, right? I mean, I know we've talked about it at least on 2 other occasions besides this.
He's got a little pelvic thrust here too. It's just like right out there.
Like a fish head.
I thought he transformed in the movie. I'm pretty sure, or maybe he didn't transform in the movie, but it was a whatever they were showing, kind of like the Suicide Squad type thing, where they were showing like, here's this guy, you know, and like he has some kind of line or something like that. I think he did transform there. Here's Mastermind Creations Ocular Max color prototype. That's not bad looking. I like the head. Brawls always kind of look cool to me. Just the tracks there at the shoulders, the head looked good, and then kind of some armor in the chest, and then that big, turret just sticking out from the back. I always thought that was cool. Helmet, Blitzwing. I really like that.
Yeah, I like Bruticus as a kid, and then I loved what they did in the War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron stuff. Like, I like that Bruticus too. I like the game. I just like that they did some new fiction for him. You know, he's not in there a whole lot, but you get to play as him, and I always like Bruticus, but I'm passing on this stuff.
He's a rock solid combiner, though.
And Tony says, don't like it at all. At all, man? Come on.
I've got enough Bruticus.
This one actually kind of cleans up pretty nice. I like the way some of them look a little weird. This one actually cleans up pretty nice, though.
I have yet to pick my masterpiece. I've been waiting to see what all the reviews and everything, but this one's kind of up there. This one's up there because everyone says combined mode. This one's the best.
Yeah, because this looks about the same height as this, because a bunch of them that I've seen, like one of these is like just like way out here, like by a couple of inches, or the arms are real droopy, or like this, you know, kind of Combiner Wars, where this is a little bit thinner, and then these look like huge.
Now, this one
looks pretty smooth.
Is this one the parts former one?
Well, kind of. It's a
It
extra
doesn't look
set you
like
can
it.
buy. The feet and the chest plate are sold separately.
Yeah, that's what.
But the chest plate is not a parts former. You just unscrew the tune chest and you screw in the toy chest.
Okay.
So it's not.
Are you
the two chest?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
comes
like
with
that.
it.
Are you
Yeah.
able to flip Swindle around so the purple's showing on the front?
I don't know. I haven't seen any
I
reviews.
think I would
that
actually.
did that.
I think I'd like it.
I
But
don't-
it
I
just
don't-
looks too boxy. Doesn't
You'd
look like
have
a
to
Jeep
see
there.
if you could swing this around because look how this back heel is right
Yeah,
up against
I don't think you
that,
could.
and see how this is kind of tucking up
Mhm.
underneath this. I don't.
Yeah.
You probably
because
couldn't then.
this would
No.
actually have extra stuff
Yeah.
hanging off
That's
the side.
that
that's
Yeah,
my
me.
only thing I don't like about it. But overall, this is my
That's
favorite
pretty
so
good.
far.
Yeah, I like that one.
And I think he scales decent with Devastator.
Here's your
Hasbro.
transform element. We got some comparison pictures on the next tab as well.
It's
The
invisible.
thrust.
You can't see it.
This one doesn't look bad.
I hope it's real and not a mirage.
Oy.
Wow.
Hey, I'm
Nice.
trying here.
You said,
You,
you
should,
said
you shouldn't though.
yeah. Just stop.
I'm really happy with my MMC one, but I hope this is good.
I'll just wait for the official. That's anymore. I'm gonna wait.
Are you gonna live that long? I don't know.
They'll come.
All right, so not transform, but here's them together. So here's your some of the images. Here's the transformed element, the Ocular Max, the DX9. To me, the DX9, goodbye.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ocular
Look at
Max
these-
was always the big boy. But
Yeah.
now, I don't know.
I like the way that this one looks. The back right here seems like it cleans up a little bit better as well. And on the shoulders, and the this looks smooth right here to where I can see that joint in there and it looks kind of weird.
The only thing I didn't like about the Ocular Max were the feet, and it looks like that they somewhat fixed the feet.
I like
on
this feet
one.
better too.
Yes,
Mm.
because
I
it
think
always
this is
bugged
the
me on
best
the
one.
back. It looked like he was on rollerblades.
I kind of like that. But
And the
okay.
transform element's the one that did that Prime you guys like, right?
That's the other company that did one, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Magic Square. Transform Element is more tuned in terms of their prime, so it looks more in line with the MP44 in terms of aesthetics. But yeah,
this is why I quit buying third party, because like you would have started out here and then you
Mhm.
would have been like, okay, well this one looks so much better than that one, so like sell this one for like a quarter of what I paid for it, buy this one now, and then this comes out and I'm like, this looks better than this one, and once we get some paint on this sucker, then I'm probably gonna think like miles ahead better, just like I did with this one. So now you sell this one for a quarter what you paid for it, you buy this one, and then the Takara version comes out and you're like, man, that one,
Hence why I said I'll wait for the official.
yeah. So that's why I got out of third party collecting, man. It's just too expensive. And let's see. Yeah, well, I mean, we haven't seen the car mode yet, so there is that.
I'm happy with my MMC.
Transcraft.
Ooh,
Get yourself a Bumblebee. Does transform.
look at those feet, Mac.
He is
Why are
got
all
his
these companies milking
steel-toed stomping boots on.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna stomp some Decepticons.
means business. Yeah,
Dude, those are those
That's right.
steel-toed Doc Martens
Mhm.
right there.
Some man shoes.
I used to have some of
This
that.
means he left when he was 17 and he hated his mama.
He still does.
Carries a lot of baggage, emotional.
Do they even make any kids even wear Doc Martens anymore? I remember like everyone in my high school and junior high, everyone had a pair of Doc Martens. Like guys, girls, like
Yeah.
everyone had one.
I had a bunch of pair, but the steel toes black ones I had, Erica spotted them. I still have a pair like just tucked away in the closet. She saw them and she was like, "Oh no, are those Doc Martens?"
Dude,
So you are a closet Doc Martin owner. So.
If you couldn't get to a weapon, someone broke in your house and you couldn't get to a weapon quick enough, you just grab one of those steel-toed Doc Martens and you could knock someone over the head with it.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. They're definitely weapons.
Let's see. What is this, Dalton? I'll wait for the anti-third-party answer to the anti-official. I'll wait for the KO. And then Cameron says, I've been here and I'll wait for the official longer.
I'll still wait. You will not discourage me.
Man, these guys got little bicycle tires here in the back, though.
Have you seen a Volkswagen? Hello?
I own a Volkswagen.
Isn't Toy World doing one? I thought Toy World was working on one too.
Wow.
No.
There's a bunch of companies. Looks like they're coming out with a line here.
I got the new MP Bumblebee, but I haven't opened it yet. I can't.
Man, you send that thing back.
Yeah.
That's a big
I need him to
piece
go
of
with my
garbage.
Prime.
The Studio series is better. Yeah.
Nope, going with my Prime, boys.
All right. Devil Salvor?
Savior.
Yeah.
The
Savior.
fancy words.
Ooh, it's got chains.
Where? Oh, okay. Yeah.
The back. Yeah.
I like that his feet are the buckets. Or the scoop.
Yeah. I have no idea what I'm looking at, but it looks cool.
It's the Devastator. Their version of the movie Devastator.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a
What
combiner.
What is this part? I don't understand this.
That's one of the feet.
Is that a foot?
I think it's a foot.
That
got like three toes and a heel?
Ish.
Well,
Yeah.
or is that the three thing, the hand?
That's the foot.
Yeah, like he's got a thumb and like three fingers.
Yeah, because he was kind of goofy in the
Like
movie. He had kind of a little like this thingy.
Yeah, kind of like his own little hand. Maybe.
I'm sure they'll add some little balls at the end, and it'll be movie accurate.
Dalton said that's the hand, and from what we've known in the chat already, that he's always been correct. So,
yeah, 50-50. Yeah, that's not bad. Reminds me of Hellraiser.
It's an interesting use of your stands there.
If you got it, flaunt it. The vehicle mold looks nice.
It's a lot going on, though, for sure.
Mm-hmm. I just see a lot of things that can break.
Bag and ass.
But it is an adult collectible, not a toy.
All right. Master Made, their new super deformed God Jinrai. The head's smaller on this one than the others. I don't know if I like this one as much as the other ones though. I love the character, but I don't think I love this like this.
Oh, the colors pop.
It's just their Scorponok and little Triptychon and their Omega. Man, the Fort Max. I mean, they all look so good, and I like that the little bit bigger heads on them too.
Mm-hmm.
This head it's smaller for some reason.
Well, he doesn't know as much.
Mm-hmm.
But again, they got all the little bitty decals and stuff, like what you'd have with your Macross jets and stuff. I think it's kind of cool. And a little bit of Shockwave Lab. Here's some little upgrade pieces for Rick's been hollering for a couple years now. Is Orion Pax. Needed some filling parts.
The hollow filler.
They're finally
Yeah.
here for you.
There you go.
Gotta pay them yourself.
Look at that. That hole you've been complaining about? Bam.
Yeah,
Gone.
fixed.
Bottom leg gone.
Sound like Montel Williams in that like money, like credit card bills? Gone.
Go. There you go.
Rick, are you still paying those game pieces?
On my break, I've got 6 lined up.
Oh, and here's some more.
Yeah.
Is that a Rodimus figure?
Yeah, looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah.
The Titan's Return,
And is that the Hound?
The Hound.
Siege.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see some Jetfire. Come on.
There's Springer. See, this is just such a minor little thing to me that I just overlook at and don't even think about it.
Yeah, but Jetfire was so good. And they're so close. If they just would have done a couple things like this, perfect.
I bought the back of the leg for Diatlas, but he really needed it though. He literally didn't have a back of the leg.
Well, I keep it in combined mode, so I'm good.
Yeah, that's
All
a
right.
way not to see it for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. I'm good. I don't have to see it. I just forget about it.
Now for the adult collectible action figures. Look at this Storm. Man, she looks good. So we got the Mohawk Storm, got the white outfit Storm, and now the black outfit. Man, I'm good on my Storm now.
Wow,
Have you seen these yet, Rick?
that's
I
impressive.
saw this one. I don't know if I've seen the others, but
The other,
Which,
the
and
other
and
one?
which scale is this?
6-inch.
6 inch.
Dude, I like the eyes are all white and stuff. Man, looks nice.
She's
And then,
raising some cane.
oh my god,
This is
I
gonna
have
be a
not
wall-
seen this.
This is a Walgreens exclusive. Of course, it seems like Walgreens is like, we want the characters to where we can just like try to sell 3 of them at a time. I still don't have the Moonfire yet, but
Yeah, I'm gonna pick this up. Faux show.
3 of them. I'm trying to remember.
you got
Are
to.
they in the animated series? I'm trying to remember them.
They're in the comics. No, they were even in the Gifted TV show. The 3 of them, the Cuckoos or whatever.
I didn't watch. I watched like 2 episodes of The Gifted. I thought that thing was boring.
Yeah, they're in it. They were taken out of the comic.
Are they in the animated series though?
No, This came after the animated series.
Okay, then I don't have to get these then.
Rick will.
I'm
I mean, they are
I'm getting
they're
Storm. for sure.
schoolgirls too. I don't know if that might help.
Dakota's
See,
buying them all up.
I was gonna say Dakota's gonna have like a bunch of them, all holding hands.
He's army building them like we're doing troops in Star Wars. Like,
Yeah. Does Dr. Wu make like little sailor hats?
Oh my god.
he's gonna Dakota. He's gonna like have like one of those recreated themes, but it's gonna be like the I think it's a Japanese the Battle Royale movie. Where like all the girls are out there in their little school girl outfits fighting
Yeah.
each other.
Sailor Moon time.
Marvel Legends keeps making me come back in and
Yeah, they pull you in every time, don't they?
yeah.
And then just when we were like, all right, like we take a little bit of break. Here's some more Black Series stuff, man. So
Yeah.
get the Bly.
Where is
Hold
he
up.
gonna be?
That looks so good.
Exclusive or like mainline?
I'll
We don't
have
know
to,
yet.
I'll have to look, man.
Gosh, I
Probably
do want him though.
probably exclusive.
Every time they make
how
a-
everything has been so far.
Probably
Any clone, anything with clone armor is pretty much a buy for me.
Same here.
Oh, and his little thing flips down too. I mean, they've already got all these parts, man. They could have been printing money a long time ago with
No, absolutely. Just change up the color scheme and sell another.
Well, I mean, and you have from the Clone Wars where all of them would just like paint their helmets and stuff like a little bit different. you know, and like you could just take your basic and then just paint them all up like that, and you just print money.
Well, the same thing with the Astro droids. I mean, it took them forever to do that. I think it was a BBTS exclusive with all of them on it, and I was like, "Hello, should have been doing that all along. They'll sell."
What's the one from Clone Wars? It was like a little a pink one, astromech droid.
Yeah,
is it like QT?
Yeah,
QT.
It was something QT, like CTQT.
Yeah,
I thought it was funny that they called it QT.
I finally got that pack to get her. Honestly, I wanted it just for that one. I got it this year, actually, recently, not too long ago.
That's because that one was a selling point for that set. Of course.
Yeah.
And then you get your Sith jet trooper.
Yeah, I need my 6-inch. Just like right when I finally found 3 of the white jet trooper, and then 3 of the purge troopers. Now I got to chase down 3 of these. Yeah,
I need 3 purge, 2 whites, and then 1 carbonized white, and then I'll need 3 of these.
Hey, I don't know if you have any of your GameStops. Sometimes they'll hold stuff for people that don't pick them up. Well, now it's been like a month, so my GameStop had an extra one. That's how I got my 3rd one. Nobody picked it up, so he was like, "Do you want it?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So ask your GameStops if somebody didn't pick them up, if you can buy their purge troopers.
Yeah, I didn't pick them up.
That's how.
Chris, have they done a destroyer droid yet? No, they haven't. Also, the only Star Wars figures that seem to be at any of my stores are these ones, that are these 5-inch ones, a little bit more cartoony. Apparently, they're going to continue on into 2020, even though they haven't been really selling. I mean, they're the only ones available.
I refuse to do it.
Dakota's been looking for Boba Fett. So
there you go.
There you go, Dakota.
It's not the right scale.
It was not hefty. Well, no, it's a 3 3/4, isn't it?
5-inch.
That's those little cartoony things. I won't buy them because I want them to go away. In my head, they're going to go away.
They sent one of their Force Friday. They sent 1 case of Black Series, and then they sent like 6 cases of these things, and these just sat there. And
there.
If we don't buy them, they'll go away. I keep telling everybody, I'm like, don't buy them.
And Darth Maul. So I mean, they're trying to get this thing to continue, because you had Kylo Ren and Vader with the first one, and now they're like, we gotta come with some bangers. Darth Maul, Boba Fett.
Hey Josh, you know what they're gonna do? Ahsoka. That'll be the next one.
And you know what?
And then
I'm gonna get it, and I'll just be like, shh. I'll just leave it out of the hall pictures. I'll be like, don't let Rick know. Don't let Rick know.
Secret stash.
I would buy the Ahsoka just so that they're like, guys, we're not selling really. These aren't selling very well, but Ahsoka sold out everywhere. You know what?
Yeah,
maybe we should do like a Hot Toys Ahsoka, and just come out with all this Ahsoka stuff. But no, last time they were like Ahsoka, other than the 6-inch Black Series, they were like, how about some like Galaxy 12-inch kind of knockoff Barbie doll for $20? What do you guys think about that?
Hey, I will say at Galaxy's Edge, Josh, they have a crystal, kyber crystal that's Ahsoka. They got lightsabers. They have a stuffed animal. They have that Loth cat that she had with her on Rebels. Like Ahsoka stuff at Galaxy's Edge, she's definitely represented.
I bet you bought every bit of it too, didn't you?
Dude,
no, not all of it,
and we were talking on Twitter this week. Dude, where is Ventress?
Yeah,
dude, she's one of my favorite. Oh, look at this, man. They're just coming out with all the bangers. Yoda.
Oh yeah, yep.
And coming out with that new Sith Jet Trooper.
He got that smart Hulk Marvel Legend head on him.
I mean, are they gonna have? Let's see, what's one they haven't done that would be another banger? Mace Windu. I wonder if he's in here.
God,
a 6-inch Cad Bane, dude. Yeah, Dalton. We need a Cad Bane.
we've been watching the Clone Wars here, and my kid was like, "Man, do you have that figure?" And I'm like, "The little one. They never made a big one."
Oh,
They did
you,
make
you know what? Just
sideshow
give me
one.
Zeb so we can be like, hey, Rebels, okay, we're good there.
That's coming out though. You saw the artwork leak like a few months ago. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
For his package, they're making Zeb for sure.
Yeah, I always knew they were making. I'm just like, man, he should be like sooner than later.
Yeah.
Adventurous, like where's our adventurous, and also a little Ahsoka, like Patty.
Oh yeah, like the early Clone Wars.
Yeah,
with the tube top.
Not all hot and adult Ahsoka. They're really trying to sell this mask, man. They took a bunch of pictures of it.
The hair sticking over the top of it. Yep.
All right, so from NECA, you got your Alpha Predator and a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Metalhead. So don't care about the Predator. Looks like all the Predators to me. There's like over 100 of them. So. And here's just they said here's the parts for them, but they know that it was because it's a NECA figure, it did break. So.
Shade,
right?
So I will be picking that up. A Hellraiser Ultimate Pinhead. I'm not into horror, so.
So
I
like
never got into that.
6 or 7 inch figure.
Yeah, they're 7-inch.
Okay.
I never got into this character. It's Freddy or Jason. That's pretty much it.
I never got into any of them. I think I seen. I told you I've only seen one Friday the 13th, and that was Jason X.
Oh, Jesus.
That's the worst
That's a
one.
good one. Yeah.
That's the second worst one. 8's the worst one.
Oh, really?
Jason Takes Manhattan.
I didn't see
I
that.
mean,
I think I've seen. I don't even know which Hellraiser it was. But I saw like 30 minutes of it because it came on TV one time, like a couple decades ago. And I didn't even know what I was watching. I just something about this dude in a box, and then all of a sudden, like some crazy stuff happened, and I'm like, what even is this movie?
Yeah, it's rough. Clive Barker is like kind of twisted horror. It's a little different.
Kinda.
Than your run of the mill. A lot of fish hooks and skin peeling.
It's kind of gross. So you got NECA's also Mothra, another color variation.
Do you guys like the recent Godzilla movie, The King of the Monsters or whatever it was?
I didn't think it was terrible.
Yeah, I thought it was all right. We watched
Yeah.
it recently. I thought it was all right.
I liked it. Yeah.
Never saw it.
My kid had never seen a Godzilla movie. He loved it. Like he was jumping out of his seat. Like, oh my God. He kept looking at me just saying, "This is awesome." I'm like,
I did like it better than the first one because I could actually see some stuff because some stuff actually happened during the day. Versus the first one, I'm just like looking at. I'm like, man, I can't see anything.
Yeah.
Now, Rick, you need to let him watch the older ones. It look like Power Ranger fights.
Oh, I know.
He'll love that.
Dude, I remember when they used to marathon those old Godzilla movies, man. Me and my brother would just sit there all day and watch them. Oh, I did tell you that because you were asking, I think last Cybercast, I did watch the newest Rambo or the last one.
Yeah, I saw it.
Worth watching? Should I watch it?
I mean, the last 20 minutes of the movie, dude, it is full on Rambo. It's just like 100 different ways of him killing people. And I mean it's back to back to back to back to back to back. Like but then the first hour and a half, it's him working with some horses, him kind of being a father figure,
right?
To me, it was a little too slow. Like Rambo First Blood is always going to be the best one to me. because like it kind of it like progressed, like something was happening and constantly going on, and it just kept on progressing to where it just towards the end you were like, how did we even get here? To where this one, it was like your typical, hey, child or teenager, hey, don't do this. Okay, listen to me, don't do this. And teenagers, I'm gonna rebel and do whatever I want, and then ends up in trouble, and then I have to come save you, and yeah. And then hell breaks loose. So this is Mezco. So that was kind of like the quickest way I could do it without spoiling anything.
No, that's good.
But yeah, Mezco, this is exclusive. Who's this exclusive for though? I think it's for like comic shops. So just another 1/12 scale, basically a 6-inch.
I know some people like them, just not me.
Dalton says, Rick, don't let your kid watch the 98 Godzilla. Is that the Puff? I call it the Puff Daddy Godzilla because he was in the soundtrack. But it's got Ferris Bueller's Day Off, right? What's his name?
Matthew Broderick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I saw that one. I don't think I saw that guy.
I watched the cartoon one.
The Hanna-Barbera one?
Yeah.
With Godzuki?
Yeah, don't ever watch
that. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen all the Hanna-Barbera stuff.
That just hurts.
Dude, look how thick he is down here, man. Like, it goes here and then just boom.
He didn't skip leg day.
That's the PX exclusive thing, yeah. I don't care for this one.
Supreme Night.
It's like Senior Batman.
All right, and Mafex, this Superman 6-inch looks pretty nice.
Sweet, yeah.
Is that based on the Jim Lee Hush? It looks like it.
It does.
I like the cloth cape too.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, and how it tucks in right there instead of just like tying it. So that's done nicely.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's a nice comic book Superman for sure.
That's a Jim Lee one. That's a Jim Lee.
You can tell by the head, like the jawline and stuff too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, red eyes. Nice.
Looks good.
So different heads.
If you want a comic book Superman, this one might be the one.
And got his uniform right.
Yeah, it's definitely because he's possessed by Ivy right there, right?
Yep.
Is that what that is? Yeah.
That's the Ivy from Ivy. Yeah.
If only Mattel made things like that.
Mattel. Oh my lord.
I know.
Dude, Mattel's so far off.
You've been misled.
No, I'm just saying. If only they did make things like that.
Right. Yeah, that would be great. It would be great.
Got the Kryptonite ring.
Yeah.
I was a Kryptonite ring. Okay, I thought it was a Green Lantern ring.
Batman's always ready.
Here's another same company, Mafex. They're Carnage. We've got 3 Carnages already. I got 2 of the Marvel Legends, and I've got one of the Marvel Select version is really cool too.
I hate to say it looks good, but the kneecaps are distracting.
Oh, it's
yeah.
solid red there. Yeah, I didn't even look at it.
Yeah. The face looks good.
Yeah.
They added bits to the hands and everything look really good.
Yeah, but I mean, you got that with the Marvel Legends too.
Yeah,
and the Marvel Select.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, even Randy says the knees are shit, man. I can't get over that.
I'm sorry, they just popped out when I first saw it.
Dude, now I can't stop looking at them. I'm not even looking at the rest of the figure. All I'm doing is staring at the knees. It looks like like those volleyball players that just have these giant knee pads on their knees. So
it's protecting his knees. I like all the extra little add-ons they do for the.
I do. He does come with a bunch of
looks
hands.
a lot.
Yeah.
I like those right there. Those look awesome.
I would almost have to get a black Sharpie and fix that.
Oh, you get the Cletus Cassidy head too. I like that.
Yep.
I want a couple different looks here too.
Yeah, that's a nice figure.
All right, some Conan from Super 7. I mean, I enjoy the movie. Some of this stuff I don't care about owning figures for.
I used to like the comic when I was very, very young.
Is it supposed to look like Arnold? Do they have the likeness rights? Well, I guess they have to have the likeness rights.
It might be the comic version.
No,
okay.
that's Arnold.
That is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a little weird looking.
One of those faces is kind of weird, wonky looking.
Yeah, this one's weird looking to me.
Yeah,
It looks like him to me.
I can tell what they were shooting for.
But you can definitely tell it was from the movie because the next figure was from the movie, and they evidently don't have his likeness because that doesn't look like him.
No. That kind of looks like him, right?
A little bit.
Yeah.
But he's the one with the big hammer. Yeah. All right, where's the main bad guy? There he is. That definitely looks like him.
Yep.
Ooh, that face.
It's pretty good.
I think it looks good.
Yeah.
But he should have the sword. Conan's dad's sword.
We did have the knife here.
Now
Little
he's
dagger.
got the double serpent dagger, and he's got his little daggers. But he took Conan's dad's sword.
Yeah. It's been a while since I watched. Yeah.
What
What about the what about the hot chick? Where's her figure?
Yeah.
That's who I remember. I don't remember the actress name, but I remember she was hot.
Oh no, they buffed out James Earl Jones pretty good though.
Here's for your Princess Bride figures.
Andre
Andre
the Giant.
Just wrestling. Unfortunately, no.
Those look horrible.
Yeah, nothing like him.
I'm looking at that right there.
Yeah, they look nothing like him.
Nothing at all.
Mike, you're the wrestling guy. Did he wear a whatever that tassel thing is?
In that movie, he did.
Huh?
Oh, in regular wrestling, no, I don't believe so.
I don't think I've ever seen him in anything. Just the shorts.
Just the black trunks.
So you got a plastic one. I mean, they got it for some reason because he's got a plastic one, and then he's got a fake leather looking one.
I don't know. I've never seen that before.
It looks nothing like the dude. I can't even believe that.
Randy says
and I'm sorry.
Randy says it looks like Dan Aykroyd.
It does look more like Dan Aykroyd. That's true. But the thing is, they're really selling him short by giving him one beer. I mean, the man drank like 70 at a sitting.
I mean, it looks nothing like Dan Aykroyd.
It doesn't look anything like the Andre the Giant either.
Well, does it look like Dan Aykroyd? That's for damn sure.
I
You
don't.
can go plastic or cloth, man.
I don't understand why they gave him that.
It's just like a random dude at the Bass Pro Shop. I mean, it could be.
Jeez.
Hey, what you trying to say? You trying to say all those guys at Bass Pro?
I'm here. I'm here to pick up some
This is
fish
just
and bait.
your typical corral customer right here.
Exactly.
Hey, now that's a good like corral.
Does this vest come in black?
That's what Mike aspires to be right there.
Man, that vest needs to come with the lava chocolate.
Mike, when we do our like top 19, whatever, when we do that, you need to have that vest for that special show.
Yeah.
Here's for Dakota, SH Figure Arts. It's more Goku figures. So this is Santa Goku.
Oh, it's holiday Goku. Awesome. Yeah.
Dr. Wily. Anybody play Mega Man?
Yeah, Dr. Wily
Yeah.
Goku.
Dr. Wily Goku.
Oh, what is going on here?
Singing.
Oh, and little baby Goku with a tail. All right, wanted some Godzilla? Here's some Godzilla.
Godzilla.
SH Monster Arts,
Oh my.
6-inch scale. Burning Godzilla. Would your kid like this?
I don't know. Like, he liked the movie, but I don't know if he didn't mention toys or anything, but he liked watching the monsters fight.
Yeah, it's always cool.
Does he know the toys exist?
He hasn't seen them. Like, if I showed him a bunch of them, he might.
I mean, he's already racking up a huge tab with a little bit he does know about.
I don't think it's
trying to
on that Christmas list just got a little bit longer.
It's gonna be a Christmas scroll.
Here's the Storm Collectibles. This is your, I believe, Ultimate Sub-Zero, or from Mortal Kombat 3 Sub-Zero. I feel like they've already come out with the Sub-Zero before, but maybe not.
Extra Zero. They pump these out like crazy.
Well, I mean, Storm Collectibles, they love to come out with their paint variants, like a lot too, though. And then they're like Hasbro with Black Suit, man. They're like, you know what? Everybody gets an exclusive. Just make people chase them all over the place.
Yep.
Like every convention across the world, every place, everyone gets an exclusive when it comes to Storm Collectibles.
And then they say it's an exclusive, and then you find out a month later it's a shared exclusive. They love to do that. That's their favorite thing.
Then you could have got it at Walmart.
If Walmart had figures. See, it gets kind of complex.
Boom, right there.
Money
Whatever
shot.
that, not a kids show here. Yeah. I told you at the beginning, we're looking at adult collectibles, not toys. Yeah, look at that. Finish it. Oh, look at that. His eyeballs are popping out. He did the Three Stooges thing on him.
That's funny.
Look at that. You can see it really good. The eyeballs.
Oh, wow. He said
Yeah.
he's still hanging it down.
So yeah, we got to remember this point in the video for if YouTube flags and be like, this is actually kids content. We're gonna go right here. Like, is it?
Is that what you think?
Yeah.
Oh, and I have you seen that DC Harley Quinn? They just came out with episode 2 yet. Have you watched it yet, Rick?
Not yet. I saw your message.
Don't watch it, dude. Even though I was joking around and saying it's a cartoon, so obviously for kids, do not watch it with the kid.
Yeah,
dude.
I heard it was going to be raunchy.
Dude, it is.
Channel?
Huh?
Is this the one on the DC channel?
Yeah.
Okay. Still got mine.
And the DC animated movies, they're always been kind of dark anyway. Like this is not necessarily dark, but like they are just dropping F-bomb and just everything all over the place and just talking. They're just killing left and right. I mean, it's funny to watch, especially with the animated style. It is too. This is a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive version. Sector. Will it only be an exclusive there? I'm not sure. Or is it just this item? Is the fire is the exclusive item. All right, got a couple of hot toys here for you. Iron Spidey.
Oh, I hadn't even seen this yet. I'm gonna skip this one though. I got my Scarlet Spider. That's probably the only one I'm gonna get.
That's kind of neat.
He looks good. I just, man, can't do it. Gotta say no.
You don't want one where you can pose him where he doesn't have to have his feet touching the ground.
I've got the movie one. I'm all right with that one.
Outfit does look pretty cool.
I play that outfit in the game a whole lot. Like I like that.
I still haven't finished the game, man. I've got so many things that I'm playing. I got the Assassin's Creed game that I need to play still. The Spider-Man.
Yeah, I got 3 of them. Oh, no, I've got 4 of them that I haven't finished. But I'm playing that Jedi one like right now. I'm gonna go as far as I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna maybe pick that up Thursday and then just hand it to my mom and be like, you can give me money and then here's this game and then you can wrap it and then I'll be surprised on Christmas.
That's the way to do it. It's solid. It's fun. The difficulty can be a little bit, it can be pretty hard at times, but you can change the difficulty on it too. If you get to that place where you just don't, you're like, all right, I give up. You can knock it back.
I'm used to playing like Uncharted, Tomb Raider, BioShock. Me too. Right?
Okay. And on the harder setting, but this one, there's been a few of them where I'm like, this is getting on my nerve. When it's like something that's not a boss battle, but it's something ridiculous, and you're like, this is ridiculous. Why isn't there a save point in this 30 minutes of play? I'll knock it back. I'll knock it back. Just to make sure it stays fun.
And I mean, I'm still playing my Borderlands. I've got all 4 characters level 50, and now I'm starting to get legendary. And then now I'm collecting anointed gear, and then now I'm trying to collect God gear. I don't like just having 3. I'd like 4 of the little tentacle things.
Mm-hmm.
Why does he only have 3?
Oh, yeah, I was wondering that myself.
He always had 4.
Here's the.
I can't remember the comic. In the comic, did he have 4, Mike? Are you positive?
I could have sworn in Civil War he had 4.
I can't remember to say.
This is the PrimalSabbath Mandalorian.
Big boy.
Yeah. Yeah, when they dropped this, I'm like, damn.
How much is it, Rick?
I don't remember the price, but it was a day 1 pre-order.
Is that a Best Buy exclusive?
I don't even look at them. I'm like, Star Wars, Mandalorian.
Look, right here. It's me and PrimalSabbath.
He's like $30.
Yeah, because it was cool because like the Black Series came out like all of a sudden, and within like 4 or 5 days, we had that like from announcement to in your hands. And then like the next week, Hot Toys showed this, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, Best Buy has been like, we have an exclusive. When's it come out? Tomorrow.
And you can get it. I just like that you can get it on the app. You get it shipped to the store. I haven't had any problems with Best Buy. It's been great. Like Best Buy so far is my favorite exclusive retailer.
Yeah, it's been easy. I go online and just order it, and then I'll pick it up at the store.
Walmart, the worst.
Yeah, Walmart's definitely the worst. Target's okay. Target's hit or miss.
Yeah.
When it's up
Walgreens,
on the app,
they have no idea what's going on at Walgreens.
Nope.
That's luck of the draw. Walgreens is always the one good thing about Walgreens recently though is like when everybody starts getting it, usually your Walgreens will get it if you can just go by there enough. You'll find them.
One of the Walgreens employees, I was like, yeah, so this exclusive, you're supposed to get it, and they were like, oh, is it something like that everyone's supposed to get that's special to us? I said, yeah, that's an exclusive. Then our store probably won't get it. I'm like, what? I mean, they're like there's five Walgreens like close to me, within like probably like 5 miles.
Yeah.
And they're just every single one of them. Like we don't know what you're talking about. Marvel Legends, Black Series, like it doesn't matter. Like I just go in there like this, and they're like, is this some type of toy? I'm like, yeah, I mean, we're standing in front of the toy section, so yeah, I mean, we're not talking about dog food here.
It's everywhere like that, though. None of them know. None of them know
Adult
what they're getting.
collectibles.
Adult collectibles.
Yeah. The collectible aisle, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Not that. You think you get a different stand, maybe? But
I'd like a flight stand so we can do that. That one pose.
you think it has them extended? We can't see it here. Do you think it has a higher extended thing?
I don't know. It might. I mean, maybe
it's
will.
the Hot Toys.
Maybe
Like if someone's gonna be like, hey, like we need to take care of this, like Hot Toys has got to be the one, right, to do it right.
I would
possibly. There is. I do have 2 flight stands that I bought from like BBTS. Had like some nice ones for like heavy 1/6 scale stuff. I have 2 of them, but I didn't splurge. I should have gotten more.
All right, so got a little bit of time here, guys, and let's see, we got 25 people watching live at the moment, and we'll have some more, after we go into video form. So, how about a little discussion we've been putting off for seems like months. Every time we want to do it, someone's like, "I want to be part of that discussion," and so we push it off, and then someone else ends up missing, and they wanted to be part of it. So why don't we just jump into it? There's a lot of talk about, and we see it often. I found like I just got myself. This is my new grail.
Oh hell no! Why do you want to irritate me tonight?
No. So we see a lot of that where people just keep on saying like, this is my grail, and you see anything from like these $20 figures that are massively produced in every single store to stuff that actually is maybe a grail or something that is just, hey, it's expensive, but like I can go online and order it right now, So I thought we would kind of maybe set up our own guidelines, like, well, what do you think a grail is, and like everyone can kind of contribute something to it, and we'll just kind of go round table, like add one thing, and we'll just kind of get these are what we think as a whole a grail is.
You all go first, and I'm gonna go last and tell you y'all wrong.
Well, we can keep on going in a circle, but let's keep the order that we had at the beginning of the show, Mike.
No, I want to go last.
But you were first, Mike.
But this is a discussion that I do not want to have with you guys. What do I think a grail is?
Yeah.
I think BotCon 2006 Megatron is a grail.
And here's a question, because
but that doesn't mean like that's the only grail. Like, what are the stipulations to make it a grail?
Okay. I feel like it's a grail because there's around 450 of those total.
So limited?
It's very limited. It is very seldom that you find one for sale on on there. For a while there was one on eBay for quite a while, but it's not there no more. So I mean, finding it is very hard, and getting it for a reasonable price is going to be twice as hard.
Here's a question that I always ask. Like Dakota and I have had this question before too, or had this conversation a little bit too. Do you consider it to be a grail among all toys, just the Transformers brand, or just the BotCon portion of the Transformers brand? Or do you think it's just a grail period over all the toys and collectibles that are out there?
When I say grail, I think of any toy, any line, anything. I do not toy discriminate.
Yeah.
I'm more of the point of saying, I mean, we can go, if I knew more about other lines, I could definitely say, yeah, that's a grail. But, let's be honest, most of our expertise is about 90% Transformers. So I mean, it just depends on the toy. I mean, I would say a grail overall. I mean, or maybe just for Transformer fans. I mean, or just a collector in general. But I mean, and I don't know.
Here's some people in the chat as well. Action figure expert, he says, Grail is something that you've wanted for a long time, So, I mean, you'd put that in there. Again, there can be multiple stipulations. We're going to cover a bunch of them. Noble Young says the price, like. Yes.
Availability is the number one issue. This is what irritates me. And, y'all see me getting ticked off about it. But when a toy, a collectible item, an adult collectible item, or anything of that nature, it has mass production. It's still available to get online at a mass retailer. It is not a grail. I will argue with you till I'm black and blue in the face. Don't you dare, Josh, put it down.
These
I
things
saw
are pretty hard to
Target
find.
today. I don't.
Got my grail.
See,
Rubik's Cube.
yeah, y'all. I mean, y'all are being silly now. Y'all know for real. If it's like someone like that, take for example here on Facebook, some guy posted a picture of that Blitzwing statue from the Transformers Bumblebee movie. He was like, "Oh look, I got my grail." That is not a grail. It's a statue.
And that's why I think it can never be price alone. I do not think that price alone dictates a grail. Price could be a bullet point, like one bullet point under the what makes a grail, but
availability
can never just be price.
Is number one in my opinion.
That's a good
availability and how many were produced.
And you can have a figure that may have been produced heavily during the 80s, and now because of how it was produced or how many parts it came with, whether it's G.I. Joe, Transformers, those two definitely come up a lot. It can become a grail. It can become a grail through the passage of 35 years, or antique is 25 years. So anything over 25 years has a possibility of becoming rare, depending on. Even I always think about the gold plastic, the GPS stuff for Transformers. When you find. Go ahead, Josh.
That was it. I was say to continue off of kind of what we said already is, I would also with price as part of it. I would also look at like your income versus like what you're considering as a grail. So let's say like Rick, he's got all these hot toys, right? And so doing pretty well for himself. And I don't know what he would consider a Star Wars grail, but you have some people that have a ton of money, like they're movie stars or rock stars, and the only Star Wars grail out there is a rocket firing prototype Boba Fett. Anything below that is not a grail. Like that's the only grail to them because they're actually in that market where it's like, hey, I found it. Yeah, I don't mind dropping 25 G's on this sucker or 30 G's on it. On this one, figure that there's not even a dozen of. So to them that would be a grail. Anything cheaper, lower than that wouldn't be. To where Rick might have a few more that are like grails or hard to find Star Wars type items that he'd like to get his hands on. I mean, even the cell barge that you just got wasn't mass produced, but was made to order, so not hard to obtain at that time. But now that they don't make them anymore, and you go by here in a couple years, anyone wanting to buy one is going to have to pay like 3 or 4 times what you paid for it, where that would be a hard sought after item. It's increased in price times and times over, and that would be a grail to someone. Same thing with our Snake Mountains and our Castle Grayskulls.
Another thing that happens to those is if you don't have the space to store it in the right way, it will deteriorate over time. That plastic will deteriorate. Even if you store it perfectly, sometimes it can still deteriorate a little bit. Over the passage of time, I could see that becoming a grail. It just depends about, some people have more room to store it and some people don't. They move a lot. They have a smaller apartment or whatever the story is. I could see how that could become a grail, but I don't think it's a grail now.
No.
But I think it's open to interpretation at a certain point, but I think there's bullet points. And Mike's availability one is definitely at the top, like how rare it is. I mean, that's kind of ties into the definition of grail. I think that's a good one. I think availability and how rare it is up at the top as what you consider a grail. I think that people get confused a little bit with. I definitely think the chase part of it, like chasing it over a number of 30 or 40 years, that's a part of it. But again, I don't think it's the only part. There's no one answer as to what a grail is. That's just my opinion.
Now, I used to consider Fort Max, G1 Fort Max, a grail until they did the reissue. Then I don't consider it a grail no more.
Yeah,
it's been reissued. That kills the grail aspect for me, because I don't feel like it's now worthy of being a grail, because now you've produced it. I was able to get it for $300 versus paying $1,500 for it.
What do you think, Megamus? Because you're someone that collects, Japanese Transformers and stuff like that. Some kind of, rarities. I know you probably have in your collection. What do you kind of think as far as grail, as far as maybe even Transformers or something else you collect?
I think it all comes down to one thing. I actually think everything said tonight, and we were going to say, can go down to one thing, and that is the word availability. And availability meaning how many made, if you can afford it, what your price point is, what all that. Just because something is mass produced, if you can't afford it, that might be your grail. So it's all about availability. And Mike, I'll disagree with you 100%. I don't care if this Viacon is on every corner. If someone can't afford to buy it and wants it, that might be their grail. So the word grail is different for everyone, but it all comes around to availability. So that's what I believe.
So with that being said, someone couldn't obtain their grail, a new grail, like every paycheck or every month.
I also believe
that's kind of what we're seeing.
Well, I think the word grail might be used more than it should.
I
but
yeah, all the time.
And then I could always argue, well, that's why you have your holy grail. There you go. Yeah.
Because that would be like me, like just like taking a picture and be like, look at all these grails I got. Like it was stuff that I was, searching for and I had to look for.
There you go. Look, there's a bunch of grails. But guess what?
You're trying to give me a heart attack.
I've already got it.
Take some blood pressure.
That doesn't make it my grail anymore. But
I was just posting pictures on Twitter and calling it a grail as a joke. It was not intended to be serious, just to clarify.
No,
but it wasn't you. Like I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen it on
this
Facebook.
Is something you see. You see it all the time.
I know.
I see it all the time.
That's why I was joking about it. But
yeah,
I have a hard time with that term grail, to be honest with you, because like the vehicle Voltron and the Solar Dragokin Lion Voltron, to me, that's my definitive. That's the Voltron I always wanted in my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my dream come true. But I don't consider that a grail. I just think of it as a realization of what I've always personally wanted.
Yeah.
I think people sometimes confuse that and calling it a grail. To me, a grail, it's hard to define. It's a piece that I think there's some sort of sentimental attachment has to do with it too, not just the rarity. Like I never got Fort Max. I've always wanted a Fort Max. I never got one. I still don't have one. Is that a grail to me? I have a hard time admitting that it is or isn't.
Why is that then? Explain to me. Is it because it's been reissued, or because you haven't gotten it?
Or is it just because your definition of the word grail?
It's a little bit of all of the above. It's just, I mean, if there are people there that are out there that they don't want the reissue, they want the original 1980s Fort Max. They don't want anything to do with the reissue. To them, it's not the real or original thing, even though it's cast from the same mold. But to their minds, they want the original deal. To me,
they would be right, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, and I respect that. I respect that. I have a commemorative Prowl, G1 Prowl, because the original 80s ones are either broken or yellowed, but But for me to define a grail, I mean, it has to be that one piece that everything else revolves around. And it's hard for me to define that.
Yeah, but the other thing is that you may not even know what your grail is yet.
That's true too.
Because I've ran into that.
Yeah.
Because I went, man, this thing's, you know, there's something out there, and then I'll see it. I'm like, man, that's awesome. That should be, you know, my grail.
Yeah.
But I get it, and it's like, I know there's stuff out there that I want that I don't even know about yet.
Right.
I know that.
I think it's always easier for me. Like, I find it much easier to talk about a brand, like something specific, like Star Wars, G.I. Joe, and separate it. And like, for me, like, I know that there's at least one grail for each line, especially if you go deep in the lines. You don't have to be a completist, but like with Transformers, I'll never own every single Transformer that was ever made. But God, I have a lot of them, you know, and there's still grails for me that I want. And some of those grails, it's deeper than just saying, oh, I want a Minerva, right? I want a perfect Minerva in a perfect, crisp, cornered box. Like, so, but some people don't care. I've met people that don't care as much. It could be a little bit yellowed, and you could put some repo stickers on it or whatever, and they are happy, and their grail is finished and completed, and they love it. But I'm different. Like, so I think everybody's slightly different. But for me, it's easier to talk about what your grail is. Like, when someone asks me to separate it by line, it gets really difficult if I say everything that I own. You know, all the things. Right. What is that one thing? I could do it. I don't know if everyone would agree, and I don't know if they need to. But again, mine has multiple bullet points. Availability is one of them, but also condition. Right under availability for me, and it's because I'm just anal when it comes to this stuff. Condition is right under availability. Sometimes they're tied together. You know, like the availability is very rare to find in that C9, C9.5 condition. So,
well, I mean, even if we went around here and we say, like, if you have one grail, like me, if I was to be like, what's the one grail for me? It's based on what the price is, also with my income, like the percentage of what, you know, without getting into like how much I make, but to afford this thing, like, man, I would have to save up for over a year to do that. This is something that it would take me. I would have to make a lot of sacrifices to get this accomplished, and so like I would have to do the sacrifices. It's going to cost me quite a bit of money there. I only see every so often like a couple online, and the price that it's increased has been more than doubled. But I'm basically talking about the Hot Toys 1/6 scale 89 Batmobile, which you're not going to find less than $1,500 right now.
Wow.
You know, and then, you know, I even just looked up there and I was like, well, there's one $1,500 and then there's one here $2,200. You know, I didn't even look at like what shipping and stuff what was, you know, like on that. But I'm just thinking like what I usually spend a month, you know, for toys and stuff, and I'm like, man, like this would take months of saving up. And then is the price just going to keep on going up the longer it takes me to, you know, acquire it? Because that's what's been happening every single year I check on it. It goes up a couple $100, you know, so it's hard to find. It's something that I absolutely want, especially since I've got, you know, my Michael Keaton Hot Toys Batman. Yeah. I'm like, man, to pair those together. And I love the Batmobile. I have several Batmobiles in different variations. To me, like all the things we've said, like it, you know, it checks off a lot of those check marks. So to me, that would be a grail for me. You know, how much I love the item, how much it costs, how much it increases in price, how many are available. Again, I'm not looking for one that's beat up, because again, it had that shell that went over it, which was just like plastic, to where if that gets a ding or something in it, it's not worth it to me. You know, so that's got to be, you know, perfect as well. So, sacrifices you'd have to make to get it. So, or for me,
and that's a good modern example of, because I know I said 80s and stuff, because I was thinking, for me, like a lot of those things are 80s stuff, but that's a really good example of storage and the condition element of it. If you move, and I'll be honest with you, that thing could get scraped up really easily. Like I'm very like that. That's one of the there's only 2 or 3 things in my house where I worry about how frail it is or what could happen to it. That's one of them for sure. And over the passage of time, that will become the condition that you want is going to become rarer and rarer and rarer, because people there's no room to store it. It takes up a ton of space. And a lot of the good ones that are like perfect now, they won't be in 5 years.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the Grail to me. And if I was thinking like, what Grail, before that I get that I was able to obtain, I don't know if I can call really anything in my room really something that I thought was a Grail. Because even the Castle Grayskull, where it's expensive, a lot more expensive now than it was then, and it's going to keep on increasing in time. And the Snake Mountain we have coming in, I don't really consider those Grails though. It was stuff that I knew about and I was able to jump on right at the moment. And or I was able to do payment plans, so I didn't have to sacrifice anything. It was made to order. There was a lot of things that worked with me. I'm certainly not going to just hold up some $20 Black Series figure and be like, this was, one of my Grails. It's a piece that I wanted, but it doesn't check all the boxes. So, what about you guys? Is there like some Grail out there, and those stipulations that you made?
Anyone?
I've never been able to find a Technodrome. So.
Oh, like a mint sealed, perfect.
There was one I found locally, but by the time I got there, it had already sold.
How much was it?
$128.
Oh my goodness!
It was complete with everything. Stickers weren't even applied from what I was told.
That was a steal of a deal, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's pretty cheap for that. Like if it's mint, sealed box and stuff like that.
Well, it wasn't sealed, but it was mint. But
some of the things are getting remade. Like some of the things for me, like some of the things have become like that Castle Grayskull. That was something I never had the original one, but I also was never satisfied with that toy and what it looked like and how it worked. My best friend across the street had one. I played with it all the time. Even as a kid, I wasn't satisfied with it. I never said, "Oh, I gotta have it." It never made my Christmas list, But when they made that one, I could see what they're able to do with it now. So when they announced Snake Mountain, that playset, which I had always planned to eventually get a Snake Mountain playset, and it was one of the overall all the toys list. But I don't want that one because now I know what they're capable of, and I've seen what we're gonna be getting. So that Grail for me went away, like getting a original Snake Mountain. But for me, like, and again, I separate this stuff by line. In the He-Man Masters of the Universe line, this new Snake Mountain that's coming out to me is like the best collectible that they've ever done. I don't know if it's a Grail.
That's
and
what I'm
maybe
saying.
not, and maybe it's not yet. Maybe not yet.
It'll turn into. I already saw people that are selling them on eBay for like double, like for $1,200, and people were buying them.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying, Rick. It can become a Grail.
It can become a Grail
later on down the road. Like Action Figure Expert, he said Grand Max is one of his Grails. That's actually one of mine as well. I've never had it. Granted, it's really just a repaint.
Right.
But I mean, the point being is that I did have it. That is in my opinion, I do consider that a Grail. The availability again is number one.
And I think age plays into what we're complaining. Or we're kind of complaining about. We see people using Grail all the time. I do think age plays into it. I don't think you can ignore age because, most of us have been collecting this stuff for a very long time. And if you look around the rooms, like whether it's Megamus or me, Mike, Josh, depending on what you consider to be a grail, age definitely plays into it because age determines your perspective. Life experience determines your perspective. So when we see someone much younger than us say that something is a grail, it's hard on us to accept that because our definition of grail is much different than that, and we've been on the earth a lot longer.
I just think the most part where like Mike or even me, where I'll just be like, Jesus, you see it and someone's like, just obtain my grail. And again, like Megamus said, like it depends on how much money they have. Like that Viacom might be a grail to them because that might be something hard for them to afford.
Yeah.
But when we see that you obtained another grail 2 weeks ago, later, and you obtain another grail 3 weeks later.
Grail of the week.
Dude, like I think we're getting grail confused with these are things that I want.
Yeah, want lists. You got want lists.
Like, dude, I got a ton of want lists. I got a list on my phone that breaks down all the different brands to where they're checked off, and where they're exclusives. That way I can mark them off. That because, dude, I'll just lose count and forget what I have and don't have.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people are getting confused with want list and stuff that I want versus grail, which is like, hey, there's got to, there's a lot more that goes into it. This is something like you probably don't even obtain a grail even once a year.
Yeah.
Like this is something that you spend a few years trying to obtain. Or have been after or chasing for a few years.
A long time.
Yeah, this
kind of like
is
a Black Zarek. That'd be something. I mean, Megamus can vouch for that one.
Yeah.
And again, like Megamus would be like, and the Black Zarek, where when I open it, it's not just the black part and then like gold dust.
Yeah.
But once again, like one of my holy grails has nothing to do with it's not that it's out of my price range. It doesn't come up very often, and when it does, it goes for more money than I want to spend.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's how it comes up a lot.
So it's not.
They all go for more than what I want to spend.
Exactly. Well, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Let's put you this way: when I picked up my Black Zarek for $350, or my my Grand Maximus for, I think I paid $500 for that. Something like this, and $300. I'm like, it's not worth $300. So I haven't bought it. It's something I want, but I haven't found it for the price that I want to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Action Figure Expert says it took me over 20 years to attain his grow.
What? Did it really?
It can. There's some things that take a long time.
20 years?
Well,
let's put you this way. I've been collecting since 2000, and I don't have this yet. So, and if you really want to look at something really obscure, look up Transformers, Milton Bradley, Sand Bot. And there you go.
Oh, I happen to have.
That's your grill?
Yeah.
That's my grill. As stupid as it is, as dumb as it is. That's it.
All right, so we've got Sports Grill, Megamus Grill, Mike Grill. Mike wants to go last. Mike just wants that cat from the Yelling Lady memes.
There we go. Yeah,
that's
It's going to be the cat.
That's
what
the
about
cat
you,
to have.
Like I said, I had a lot more grails like 5 years ago, but then one day I just decided to, like, for me, like one of the only things I feel like
your kid?
is he's almost 7.
Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
did they? Yeah, I had a bunch of them, but 5 years ago, I'm like, how old is
He
he?
had that kid, them grails went away.
What happened?
I started,
do it to
I
you.
started to bite on more stuff. Like I started to bite more on stuff that I wanted because I'm older, and I'm like, if I'm not going to do it now, then I'm not going to do it 20 years from now. So what am I mean, the only thing that I've chased for a long time that I wanted as a kid was that Defiant shuttle, and I finally bit the bullet and just got one. And I searched for a long time, and I was never willing to pay the price. And then finally, I ran into a situation where I was researching it, and I found someone who had multiple that they were building. And I said, "Can you build me a perfect one?" And I talked to this person for, about a week. He started sending me pictures and stuff. And finally he was like, "I can do it." And I'm like, "Do you have both, do you have both figures? Do you have all the weapons?
Isn't
do you have
there
the
one of them that has
cord?"
like a little talking thing or something?
The mic.
Yeah, that's like always missing.
For what thing?
For
Talking about her hard hat.
Hard top.
Hard top. That's it.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, all that stuff. Like I was like, can you build me the perfect one? And he started sending me pictures. He'd sent me pictures of like all the parts individually, and I'm like, oh my god! Like finally, I gave in. I was like, I'm gonna bite on this. I'm gonna get it. And now it's upstairs, and it's my favorite toy. And I'm or adult collectible. It's my favorite thing, and I have a lot of stuff, dude. I have a lot of stuff. I mean, I can't show on camera. I have a lot of stuff, but
no crap, you got a lot of stuff. We see it right behind you.
Yeah,
it's not. You're looking at maybe 2%. I mean,
I believe it.
Yeah, no, that Defiant shuttle is my favorite toy. Is it a grail by definition? I don't know, but for me, like if I had to pick one, it would be that one.
Well, I would argue that at one point it was your grail. If you did search for it for a long time, it's something you really wanted. It was.
And I can't argue with it. I agree, because I know how Rick buys. I've seen Rick buy. And it's like, I agree with what Rick's saying. That is a grail because of, one, the availability. 2, 9 times out of 10, the ones you do find are incomplete, missing parts, or the parts are like extremely hard to even begin to pay for. Like, what does that hose go for payload?
Oh,
like
the
$100.
cord. It goes
like
for a lot. Yeah,
like $100 just for a little cord. I mean, stuff like that. When you build something like that together, I can sit there and say that's a grail because guess what? Hasbro's not reissuing that crap. So I mean,
well, Rick, you can sleep well tonight knowing that Mike has approved your grail. So
it is approved.
Oh yeah,
it's approved.
Mike
by
approved.
Mike.
Just so you know, I'm doing the sign of the cross. You may go in peace, my son.
You got Angry Mike's blessing.
Mike, wrap us up, man. What's your grail? Maybe you have obtained, or the one that is still out there eluding you.
To be honest, and I know I am the one who gives the biggest crap on the grails, and I always
better not say a pop.
Yeah,
if he says a pop, I don't. I'm just
going to end broadcast, and we'll be done. If he names a pop,
mine is a Funko click.
No, it's not. It is not.
Man.
It is not a top. I promise you that.
It's a Golden Corral waiter of pop figure.
Twinkie guy, Twinkie cowboy.
If I had, I mean, and it was brought up in the chat, back in the day it was Fort Max, and then I got a Fort Max, but it was a reissue, so I don't really consider that a grail because of the way it changed, in my opinion. Now, a Grand Max, I would really consider a grail because of how hard it is sometimes to come by. So one of those, and then of course this one here, I know Dakota will argue with me, is, and I mentioned it at the very beginning of the whole conversation, was that 06 Megatron, even with the Waspman or without it. I mean, I think, that's just me personally. I just, I find that to be a grail. I have said that is a grail. I think, if you're, if that's, the availability on it is small. The price point, depending on how you find it, I've seen it go anywhere from $3,000 down to, the one I've actually owned. The sad part is that I've owned that damn thing twice and sold it. Brett knows.
What are you willing to pay? What are you willing to pay?
Oh my God. 1,000. That's the most I'll go on is 1,000.
I was gonna say because I've got one upstairs, and I'm not against selling it. What are we talking? We talking at 3? I thought you said 3,000.
Hey, bro.
I'm ready. I'm ready to chase a grail myself.
For $3,000, I'll go and find one for you.
Yeah.
Hey, Bo, we'll talk on later on the DMs.
Ooh.
We'll do some payment plan. I'm gonna pull a Dalton and do some payment plans with you.
You heard it here first, guys. On the download, the deals have been made.
So 8 months will be paid off. Yeah.
He said the most he's paying is 1,000. We have somebody in the chat says 1,200. So bid just went up.
We got an auction.
No, we don't have an auction.
The show's in the show.
1,200.
We're off here.
Can I get a 1250, 1250, 13, 13? Thank you, right there. 14, 14, 15.
Become an auction.
I agree with you, Mike. I don't know if it's a grail, but it's definitely one of my favorite figures at least from the BotCon line and maybe Transformers line. It was well done.
And see, and I know that I get very irritated and I do go off on a rant sometimes. But when some of these people are just saying, honestly, just some stupid crap is what it really ticks me off. And I go off. I mean, and
based off your name, it doesn't take a whole lot to set you off.
It really doesn't.
They don't wipe off the sneeze guard over there, and you just get all ticked off.
I do. I know when they don't have hot cheese on the buffet at the corral. Damn it! I get so mad.
They'll be held to pay.
Hot cheese with my eggs and my hash browns.
Where am I gonna put my eggs? I gotta put something on there. I gotta put ketchup.
I've never even been to a restaurant where you can just order hot cheese. That sounds. I've been to like a Mexican food restaurant where you order a queso.
Yes, I was going to say.
No, queso has more than.
Give me some of that hot
congealed cheese. Just pours out of a can.
That's right. They get the canned cheese. They pour it in the little buffet. They turn that water up. You whip it up. Put it on your eggs and your hash browns or your biscuits and gravy.
Just stop that, man. I'm not going to be able to drink tonight if
some guy. Some 18-year-old kid pours that out of a can, sneezing in it and whatnot.
Why are you saying all that?
And then Mike's like, it's all right, man. That's just a little bit of relish.
Turn the heat up. It'll be all right.
Like a little texture.
Hot cheese.
Every once in a while, you get in there and you eat. You guys, man, that boy was sick.
Josh, you come on back up here. I'm going to show you some good eating.
I'm not going to Golden Corral.
You're going to Golden Corral.
I don't eat at buffets.
We're going to the Corral, Josh.
Buffets.
I'm not.
If you're under 60, you don't go in that place. I don't understand it.
Do what?
So the only people that go into Golden Corral around here are over 60.
I don't eat at cafeterias and
Hey, did you ever eat at Louie's cafeteria? That was great.
When I was a little kid and like my old grandparents took me.
I used to go to Louie's all the
time. He does, however, like the cafeteria trays.
I do like my food all separated at the cafeteria trays. But I don't eat cafeteria food. I don't like food that is prepared for like masses because I feel like the cooks, they don't concentrate enough on, I want it being like, here's what my order is, and then they make it to my order, and then all the care and stuff, and it just tastes better to me.
Wait. No. Just think about what you just said. Let's just say what's a restaurant you like going to, not fast food.
Well, I've worked in a restaurant, so I know exactly how it.
I get it, but what restaurant do you go to?
Circus buffet.
Okay, whatever it is. If you go and you order green beans or mac and cheese, you don't think they're slopping that out of a big old thing that's for everyone, not just for you, but for everyone, and going.
I'm talking about like your steak and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Outback.
Like Denny's.
Outback. Yeah. See, you keep on naming these disgusting places. Like, we need to end this.
What's
show,
wrong
man.
with the Outback, man?
Outback's decent.
Yeah.
Longhorn's good.
Hex has got that Texas
Roadhouse is good.
Palate.
Dude, I like to cook my own steaks, man.
Yeah.
I want some hibachi now. I'm getting hungry.
All right. We need to end this show.
We're off the rails.
Yeah. We've gone. we went from Grails to talking about the Golden Corral and hot cheese, man.
Yeah.
We jumped
baby.
from Grail to Growl. So
Thank God we didn't get to gravy. Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and do outros. We'll be back in a couple of weeks, guys. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah, so I think for right now we're going to keep it on YouTube. And do you guys like the Popeyes chicken sandwich?
Yes, I do.
I've never had it. So
it's good.
I
It's delicious.
finally tried it on maybe 3 weeks ago. I've never
Worth
had it
fighting
before.
for. Yeah.
I'll pass.
I thought it was tasty.
I'm not going to try to because they've killed each other in Texas here over the Popeyes chicken. So I'm not gonna even order one. Plus I don't like those. Anyways, let's outro, boys. Mike, start us off.
You guys are going to have to find me over at the crowd tonight.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it going. Let's get off.
You can find me at the Megamus. No, you can find me on Twitter as Sportimus Prime and on YouTube and Facebook as Sportimus. Yay.
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 Megamus Mega Toy Fan Facebook. Go with it.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as Shatrdglassjazz.
And you can find me, G1 Hextron, on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook page, the G1 Hextron. So thanks a lot for everyone that joined us in the live chat, live streaming, and whenever you guys watch in video form. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll talk to you later. Peace.
Later.